All right, hello there. Welcome back to another Starfield video. So today we're going to be taking a second look at Forgotten Frontiers, a POI expansion by Mad Monkey. So this originally came out quite a while ago. This came out November 2024. So basically, it's a 500 credit mod that adds 5 POIs to the game. It recently got added to PlayStation, so obviously we got to do a review of it. So yeah, this is an absolutely amazing mod. Now, when I initially did my review of it, there was some kind of slight issues with it. The main issue being that the spawn rate of them, of the POIs, was like a little bit, how you say, questionable. Now, the reason I say like questionable is it's the mod author originally kind of made them so that they spawn kind of depending on like where the they spawn based on various different kind of requirements. Now, when the mod author responded to my review, because I think I spent like an hour and a half looking for the mod, or looking for the objects, the mod author, initially I think they made a patch, a separate like download, and then they made Forgotten Frontiers 2, which is another one that I will do a review of, but I highly recommend it. And in Forgotten Frontiers 2, they actually kind of tweaked it so that you could modify the settings, the game settings. So yeah, I believe they did the same with this first one. So anyway, we're testing this on Xbox. So yeah, we'll be back. All right, so we're in game now, and I just looked, and there is an actual gameplay setting. So if we scroll all the way down to gameplay options, there is Forgotten Frontier rarity. So we've got common, easy, or realistic. So commonly discovered, location is limited by biome and human presence. Realistic discover, location limited by trait, atmosphere, biome, human presence, and then easy is as long as there's humans. So there's 5 locations. There's the volcanic cave, the mountaintop comm station, underground research bunker, abandoned fortified starport, and pump station. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to go and look for it and hope to baby Jesus that we can find it. Now, obviously, the fact that it's on easy, I highly recommend these mods. Mad Monkey has kind of set the bar, in my opinion, for POIs. POIs is something that was always a little bit, like the POI system in Starfield always left it lacking. You're kind of like, oh, I would like to see more stuff. Bethesda, what is that? Forgotten Mountain. Well, that was quick. All right, nice. What's it over there? All right, so I think that's one of them. Forgotten Mountaintop Comms Reload. Mountaintop Comms Station. I think that's one. I apologize if that's not one, because I know that the update to Starfield, Freelane's added some new POIs, so if Crimson is accidentally exploring a vanilla POI, I apologize. Don't think so, though. I don't think that's it. That's over there. Let me look real quick. Abandoned demo scrapyard. That's now. All right, let's. I don't think that's vanilla. Excuse me. Where would be the right way? Oh, would it be over here? Need to check my settings. So we're on 60 FPS, we're on performance. I'm getting slight stutters, but that could just be the biomes. Biomes in general can be quite buggy. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we'll be there in a minute, don't worry. Yeah, no, this is not vanilla. I would have noticed something like this in my ramblings. Hello? Hello, how are you doing up there? Alright, so this is really fucking cool. Attention, authorized personnel only. Hi there. We're in the neighborhood. All right, fair enough. All right, so we were in the neighborhood. To adjust my audio ever so slightly. Oh, there's Mona. Playing Skyrim recently, and audio inconsistencies between games is a bit frustrating. Ow. Excuse me. Head upstairs. Excuse me, Mona. Oh shit, I missed. Hello? This is so cool. So like I said, Mad Monkey is kind of like, when it comes to kind of like POIs, Mad Monkey has set the kind of the bar. And like, in my opinion, like, I think the pricing is perfect. Like, it's 100 credits per POI. And I think that anybody trying to do POIs, that's what you should be aiming for. Yeah, this is so fucking cool. Where does that go? That's just down here? Okay. Let's go inside. How do we get inside? Oh, there we go. We got like a couple of doors. These are so well done. So they definitely put the kind of the vanilla POIs to shame. However, I think in the Terran Armada free lanes, Bethesda did like a far better job. Hi there. I also do credit to Mad Monkey, because that was my only criticism, was the spawning of them could have been a little bit. Now, you can obviously set them to how they were originally, meaning they're going to be more rare, and will only spawn on very specific biomes, i.e. this would only spawn in mountain regions, but, you know, I have that. Hi there. Yep, Astra, that's cool. Hello? Excuse me. There's also so many enemies in these. That's another way you can kind of tell that they're not vanilla, just given how many enemies there are, which I am a massive fan of. More enemies to shoot, you know, it's just 11 out of 10. Would bang again. Hello? Hello, we're in the neighborhood. What was a dead thing there? Crypto terminal. Strange how quiet it gets up here. Most would think this place is just another comms relay or tower some gotten peak. But there's more to it. There's always was a signal. It's been coming in for years now. They told us it was nothing, just interference, background noise from deep space, but that doesn't explain why it's so consistent or why it never stops. At first we followed protocol, ignored it like they told us to, but over time it started changing. Patterns emerged, rhythms, almost like something is out there trying to speak, trying to get through. The others left, said it wasn't worth staying, too remote, too isolated. They gave up on this place, shut down what they could and moved on, but I stayed. I had to. So I had to keep listening, and the signal, it's still out there. It's stronger now, more focused. I've been alone for a while now, can't even remember how long. Most of the systems are offline, barely enough power to keep the receiver active, but I keep hearing it night after night. Sometimes I hear it even when the receiver's off. I don't know what's out there, but I can't leave. Not yet. Not until I understand. Maybe you'll hear it too if you stay long enough. Alright, that guy could definitely be just loopy. Excuse me. Oh, hello there. This is really, really cool. The majority of you guys. You down underneath somewhere? Oh yeah, you are. You're underneath. Hello. Ow. They're rude. Was that door open? Is there a button? Oh, there's an elevator though. Does that work? No, she broken. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and look for a second one, just to kind of showcase, and we'll be right back. All right, so we basically checked 3 times. The second time we actually found the same one again, and then we're on the third one, and there's the abandoned fortified starport. So the spawn rate is pretty good. Flashbacks to when Crimson tried to find it initially. I think it spent like an hour and a half trying to find one, but obviously that's not a problem anymore. I do like that, so I will say, for anybody kind of going forward, if you're ever thinking of making POI mods, and you might like, might like to think, oh, I want to make my POIs like kind of rare and random. And in my opinion, I think if I'm buying paid content, I want to be able to access that content incredibly quickly just to know what I've gotten. I'm not a huge fan of these kind of mods that add like, RNG chance encounters and stuff. Now, not everyone will feel that way. There is probably some people that's fine. However, in my case, I would much rather either... Oh, we're getting a bit of FPS drop. Oh my god, FPS drop is not great. I would rather either make it like this, where you have like a chance to tweak it in the gameplay options, or another alternative would be to have preset locations for each of them. So they can obviously be random, but there's obviously kind of like predetermined location. Like this could be found in Aquila City. Hello? Hello? That's not me. Hi there. Within the neighborhood. Yep, they're missile batteries.
Find some damn cover.
Spacers? Where? Oh, hello. Ow. A little chilly. It's fine though. So you can see again, this is just really, really cool. I will have a review of the second one, but honestly, highly recommend it. Please. Hi there, everybody. Obviously, the enemies will be depending on where they spawn in your level. Obviously, I'm in New Atlantis. This is what is this? Alpha? What is this? What are we on? Ron Jemison, rather. Sorry. So obviously they're going to be like lower level, but if you find these like say like in Serpentis or somewhere else, so the performance itself is fine. Now, one of the things when it comes to like biomes and stuff, biomes in general can cause some kind of issues with performance, some slight ones, like say for instance coastal biomes tend to be like the most problematic. There's a little bit of a stutter, and like you can see the kind of the FPS is dropping a little bit. Hello, Fish. I don't know why I just reminded by something. But yeah, it's not obviously. It's hard to determine if it's the mod itself. I don't think it is, because I remember when I tested this mod originally, it wasn't. Like when I did find it, the performance was perfectly fine. I think it's just the POIs, especially because we're in an area where there's like a lot of trees and a lot of creatures and stuff. Get to the main location. But you can see this area, like it's so cool. Like this is an awesome mod. Absolutely awesome. Oh, there's the fortification area. Cool. Alright, let's go knock on some doors. Hello? Damn.
What was that?
What was what? Again, there's going to be a lot of enemies. Up to... Which is really nice for if you're looking to kill stuff. Oh, hello. Oh, I killed you by only knocked you down.
You're going down. Now we're in. Oh, let's go.
Hello. Excuse me. Ow. Where are they coming from? My.
Good riddance.
Oh, they're coming from here. Okay, cool. Hey, yo. No. That's a secret in. I'm assuming. They also will have like little kind of lore tidbits to them, or little kind of like notes and stuff, which is again really cool. Hi there. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. Have you been rocking this mod before? If you have any issues with it, like I said, I haven't had any issues with it specifically. But then obviously when I test these mods, I don't test them like with anything else. So like if you do have like other POI mods, you may need to check to make sure, you know, they don't conflict. But I don't think they would conflict. POI mods in general are quite good at not conflicting or causing issues. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.